Welcome to the Brantford Civic Center on a fine Saturday summer evening. With the regular season winding down, every game is crucial as we get set for the Allegany Arrows and the Grand River Warriors. Hello again, Lance Wynn working alongside Stamp Blacks Productions. Starting goalies for the Arrows, it'll be Lyndon Hill. And at the other end, Dusty Hill gets the call for the Warriors. Head coaches for Allegany, it's Roger Chrysler. His assistant is Micah Kersey. And for Grand River, Darcy Palace is the man in charge. His assistants are Nick Skye and Nolan Hill. And as we get ready to go here, this, of course, a rematch of last week's game between these two, 15-11 in favor of the Warriors as they put together one of their best performances of the season. So you can bet that Allegany trying to get a little revenge, and it's going to be a battle in the face-off circle as Dougie Palace and Mike Atwood, brother, of course, of Chris Atwood, as Joseph Marico will start things off with possession for the Warriors. Swinging around, and of course, everything goes through this man, number 4, Longboat. Longboat dumps it down, and first shot of the game, courtesy Steve Harris, stopped by Hill, and now back the other way. First offensive possession for the Arrows, and that one's right in the breadbasket. So an underhand opportunity, Dalen Hill, and now the Warriors will bring it back the other way, set things up. Damon Dockstader out there. And of course, like I said, keeping out Travis Longboat, and how about that? First goal of the game belongs to the Warriors, and it looks like it's John Perry Smith doing his thing. So as we spoke about earlier, and I apologize, didn't get a better look at that, so Perry Smith picks up his first of the game. Warriors, of course, battling as they've come into this one with a 9-7 record after splitting last weekend's games. Allegany did the same, and they've dropped their last two, but sit at 10-7, and they own third place with this and next weekend, the final 2 weekends of the regular season. So the Warriors, when I had a chance to talk to Darcy Palace, talking about transition offense and keeping that going. They did a good job last week with that, and their defense. Want to make sure they've shored up their defense. Once again, they like to go defense first, work their way out to the offense. Right now, the Arrows setting things up. Zed Williams with a heavy shot, steered aside by Hill. That'll be a fresh clock. Back to work at the top now, Atwood. Atwood ducks in. Atwood goes down. Another good pad save, another reset, and another chance here for the Arrows. Curling around, Anderson kicks it back out. Williams spins around, Hook looks, kicks it. There's Anderson. His shot, another save by Dusty Hill. And rebound this time is collected and corralled by the Warriors. Xavier Taylor moves it up. And now they'll set things up with Longboat, half boards on the right. Longboat makes a turn. Longboat's first shot, top corner. So Travis Longboat didn't take him long to add to his tally. Played just 2 games, but that's his 3rd goal. And when you talk about what this guy does, boy, he can do it and do it well. And I've mentioned this numerous times about the ability to come around, set your feet, and get a good overhand. Well, Travis Longboat, case in point, doing that to perfection. 2-0 in favor of the home side right now. We're early in this one as that one will pop out of the pocket, and it'll be Arrows' ball. When I had a chance to speak with Roger Chrysler and Micah Kersey prior to the game, they talked about improving on the team chemistry, as making that turn was Kobe Whitcomb and getting a shot up. Team chemistry, a big thing, of course. Lineup's been ever-changing for these Arrows this season. It's been hard to kind of get a lockdown on things and get something consistent going. And they have to stop playing to their competition. Last week they had a slow start against Oil Springs. Oil Springs still looking for their first win, but slow start, they managed to regroup and put together 2 good periods. Dusty Hill, another good save, and another reset for the Arrows. So those are some things both teams have to work on, that underhand, and of course from way outside that dotted half circle, Dusty Hill's money looking for Vern Hill, and not going to be able to play the carom, so Lyndon Hill will figure in the mix, move it up to Williams. Williams over the timeline now, Williams. An imposing figure out there as he shrugs off one defender, gains another, finds Garrett Haig. Haig on the run, picks the corner. So I thought last week when Gareth Haig made his debut with the team, he struggled a bit. I think he was a little bit anxious to do something good and improve himself and to his team, and I think this week's going to be a better job, and you can see here he does a good job of flying off that bench. Williams hits him in stride, and Haig wasted no time. That's from well outside, but a well-placed ball in that far corner. First goal of the game for the Arrows, and it's a 2-1 lead for Grand River. Out of the scrum now. Here come the Arrows. They'll set things up. Xavier Taylor out there working on the right side. Shifts to Taylor, tried a quick stick finish, but that wasn't a clean catch. And now in transition, here come the Warriors. Cole Powless. He'll swing it back to the top. Doc Stater, Powless, Perry Smith. They'll keep it on the left, in tight, tough one, Perry Smith. That was a tough grab, good job to hang on it. 6 on the shot clock, Perry Smith, tough angle. That's going to carry him. Longboat's going to leave that one, and that'll roll all the way down into the Warriors' end. So similar to last week's matchup, these two teams, of course, very even. And this one's starting off very similar as far as pace goes. Arrows looking to turn the corner. Putting on the brakes was Whitcomb, kicking it in to Haig. That shot stopped by Hill. Hill now will air it out. Has Vern Hill. Vern Hill will slide to an open spot. No numbers, 1-on-3. And Hill's wait and set things up. So quite a few bodies missing, including, of course, Bo Hunter not in the lineup for the Warriors. Liam Key not in the lineup for the Arrows. 4 on the shot clock, gotta hurry. Beauty shot right at the buzzer, and you talk about working that shot clock right down to the very end. Healing point. And this is just what happens when you get bailed out. And certainly nothing on Lyndon Hill. That's just a tough down shot, short side. And something about a left-handed shot, short side to the left side of the net that seems to work. Off the draw, quick pass. Anderson couldn't get a good shot off. Defender right on him, and give some credit there to Cole Powless. He had Anderson all wrapped up. Wasn't able to get a whole lot on that after a good pass from Haig. Warriors will set things up now with Longboat. Longboat working one-on-one. Going to need some help. Trying to turn the corner. Too much on that screen and roll will change possession. And now the Arrows will look to work it up. Early in this first period. And a 3-1 lead for the Grand River Warriors, looking to up their place in the standings, sitting fourth, of course, trailing these Arrows. Plenty of time in the shot clock. Atwood swings it around, looking in tight. Wes Whitlow out there as well. That twister, nothing doing as the angle wasn't even there. Dusty Hill had that covered. Going to have to move it up. Vern Hill up the middle. Will get it over the timeline and do a good job doing that. Point. He'll wait. Perry Smith. Last man out. They'll work it out with 8 on the shot clock. Damoni Thomas working hard. That shot will be a crease violation on Longboat, and possession now belongs to the Arrows. Rudy George. He'll give way now, and it's Whitcomb. Flip back. Nothing there. They'll try with Haig on the left. Haig, shovel inside Anderson. Good connection. Anderson loops around. His shot wide. No reset. 8 on the shot clock. Back to the top. Gonna have to let it rip. That one right on. Easy save for Hill. And now the Warriors will counter the other way. That pass to Miracle. Can't find the mark. Instead, it's a good pickup by Jesse Jimerson. And now once again, that underhand right on a good shot from Taylor. So Dusty Hill has still done his part. Just one goal allowed. A good shot from Haig, and Longboat now. Kicks that as that was a bit of a shot pass from Leighton Bombury Soudan, and now Williams. Haig, quick shot, not this time as Dusty Hill was hit to that. Haig, good job, hustles, gets his rebound, goes again. That shot was knocked down by a defender, Williams, but they still have plenty of time on the shot clock. No reset needed. Instead, a turnover. Williams couldn't hold on to it. Chance in transition. Warriors, headman couldn't connect. And a golden opportunity as Adam Martin couldn't get the pass where it needed to be, and now the Arrows. Chris Atwood snaps it across in the stick. Step back, that one right on, and good try by Dalen Hill, but nothing doing. Dougie Paulus, good quick pass. They'll work it up over the timeline, and Julian Moreno. He'll retreat, as will Vern Hill. Set things up on the left side. Longboat gets a step. Longboat in alone, and he buries it. So when you got the advantage now of being able to go airborne, Longboat with his second of the game, and you know he's got an explosive first step, so quickly by the defender. Once he goes airborne, no chance for Hill, as he got enough air underneath to pick any corner he wanted, decided to go low, and he's got two, and more importantly, the Warriors have a 4-1 lead. Possession again as Dougie Paulus continues to do his thing in the face-off circle. Bombury Soudan working that side. Longboat. Longboat setting the screen. Kick it Miracle. Miracle. 2 on the shot clock. Got to let it go. Sidearm radar rebound. Almost scooped up. Still loose in the corner. Battling for it is JPS, and instead Taylor will come away with it, and the Arrows now will set it up with Wes Whitlow. So the question for these Arrows will be, what do they get this game out of Whitlow and Atwood? Two outstanding scorers. Didn't do a whole lot in the last matchup. Zed Williams, well, he did a whole lot. Swinging his way to the net, got a good shot off, but a good save by Hill. And now a quick outlet will send away Kyle Pedwell. Pedwell able to gather it. He'll wait, think better of it, and shift it back to set it up with Longboat. Good read there on the turnover. And a good job defensively by George. As now to work on the right side. Whitcomb chased out, swings it around. 8 on the shot clock. Whitcomb again, that shot over the net. Big carom now. Vern Hill looking for an outlet. He'll loft that up beautifully, try to lay it up nicely, and took a funny hop and ended up eluding Tydenhill. But the idea was there as Haig now. with some room. One-on-one, gets a good screen. Darius Anderson, when he sets the screens, no joke. Vern Hill plays to Karam. He'll look up. Got numbers, not anymore. Good transition defense from the Arrows. And they'll stop and reset with Perry Smith. Longboat surveys. 10 on the shot clock. Perry Smith, one man to beat. Goes to the bounce. Too much on the ounce. That'll go up and out of play. And possession will belong to the Arrows with just over 8 minutes to go here. So good flow to this game as these two teams, again, very evenly matched. And Anderson, he'll take it all the way over to the half forwards, get a running start. Bodies flying. Anderson, powerless on him. Dougie, that is. Good switch up. Pedwell cutting through. Wrong stick side, though, and that's a straight bounce and out. As from a tough angle, it was Taylor, but he was on his wrong stick side, and you can see the disadvantage of that. Warriors now to work on O with Longboat. Longboat gets the screen, ducks in, has a man, backhand Miracle. Miracle is shot, top corner. So Joe Miracle on the board with his 39th goal of the season, first of the game, and I don't have to tell you what a sniper can do. And you see Longboat always head up. Good backhand pass, and now Miracle just used the defender. Quick shot and over the shoulder to beat Linden Hill. And it's 5-1 lead now for the Warriors. So the Arrows, of course, like I said, dropped a 14-7 decision to first place Newtown on last Saturday, and then it was 15-11. Lost to these Warriors on the Sunday, and curling around. Longboat tried to go to that short side. Good save, Hill. Rebound, Miracle. No look pass. Out, quick shot. Just wide. Regrouped, and a good job to set things right back up. Longboat has another opening on the run. That shot dead point blank. His accuracy is dead on, but right at Hill made that save look easy. Arrows. Whitcomb gives it off. Whitlow dumps it. Works it to Austin Maybe. That shot. Bodies again going down. Now on the run. Warriors. Vern Hill, one man to beat. Vern Hill weaving in. He'll wait for the trailer. Finds it. No advantage there. Warriors now will set things up. JPS, they'll work it down half boards on the right. Big shot. Right on. Good job by Hill. Good positioning. And now the Arrows. George. He'll trot it over the timeline, and they'll set things up now. George will stay out there. Kick it to Haig. Haig. One-on-one, trying to get a step. Haig, use the screen, goes to the sidearm, wide of the mark. Tough Karam. Unusual hop. Regroup, no reset. 5 on the shot clock. Quick stick. And Atwood had it knocked down as Dougie Powless will just knock it down. And good heads-up play because that will allow for the Warriors to have possession deep in the offensive end. Miracle. They work at the Longboat. Longboat, you chase him, you're in trouble. Dumps that off, and that was a bullet sidearm. Boy, I tell you, and Leighton Bombury, and at the other end, Jeff Geddes trying to add with a transition tally. He had one in their matchup last week. Not giving me a whole lot to rib him about. Whitlow. Quiet, was quiet last game, looking for him again, turns it over as Vern Hill with the swipe, swipe or no swipe, Vern Hill on his horse, has a man chasing him, and he'll curl out, has a trailer, Perry Smith creating an angle, Austin maybe being a hound out there as Mike Atwood out there working hard on D. Kick in. Perry Smith left that stick hanging there a little too long. It got swatted. And now a good backhand pass. Here comes Zed Williams. He's got ahead of Steen. Williams shot knocked down. Good play by Paulus. Rebound scooped up. Arrows still have it. Looking for a cutter. Instead it's Haig, and that one goes off a leg and out of play. And we'll stay right here. Possession to the Arrows. Looking back the other way. Quick stick, but the angle was not right. And the Warriors turn it up in a hurry. We hit the 4-minute mark here. First period. Point. He'll wait, and they'll get it down and over to the right side. Harris, 5 on the shot clock. No look pass gets knocked down. That's going to float to nobody, and it's picked up by Hill, Dalen Hill. And they'll work it now, and it's Atwood. Atwood gets the step of the screen. Flip back looking for Whitlow. And now the Warriors will turn it up. Motivated for sure here with a 5-1 lead. Put on the brakes, wait for the rest of the offense. Miracle. Him and JPS, two-man game, keeping it on the left side. Longboat. Geddes on him. Screen. Longboat ducks in. Didn't fool Zed Williams, though, chasing him down. Longboat, just a late stick check rebound. No goal. So Zed Williams giving some credit there as Longboat turned the corner, but just that late stick check enough to force a shot clock violation. Whitcomb. Whitcomb had some room, had a thought. And again, Vern Hill almost with another theft. Haig, Hill has him tied up. Whitcomb, wrong stick side, 5 on the shot clock. Whitcomb lets it go, but once again, doesn't get through the defense. And a lot of guys helping out Dusty Hill, whether they like it or not. And I like Dougie Paulus going with the Woody. Helps with his draws, and now Miracle. In tight, looking for Pedwell, couldn't connect clean. And now it's the Arrows. Taylor snaps one up, and in a hurry, George. George looking to roll off a defender, lost it, got it back, kicked it back out. Anderson swing around Haig. Haig Anderson, give and go, got and went. Rebound Taylor. Taylor looking to shovel it back, too much shovel, and that'll go all the way down into the Arrows' end, and possession will belong to the Warriors. So a bit careless, not looking all that sharp are the Arrows today, and similar to their start against Oil Springs, see if they don't get better, as we expect they will as the period goes on. Longboat. Swing that around too much as JPS set a screen, a hard one. Chance here in transition. And instead, Dusty Hill will gobble up that loose ball. And he'll send it back the other way. Chance Pedwell. Pedwell dumps it out. Longboat shot right on. Good save by Lyndon Hill. Williams the other way. Whitcomb with a minute left in the first. Taylor trying to swim his way closer, gets a step, tried to go short side, stopped. Loose ball now, and it belongs to the Warriors. They'll leg it over the timeline. Clock ticking away here in this first period. Warriors will be in no hurry here. In tight, looking for Miracle. Nothing doing, and now Mike Atwood does a good job to turn and get it up. Dalen Hill. 1 second differential between game and shot. Anderson. Whole lot of yelling going on, not a whole lot anything else though. Williams, net empty at the other end. Extra attacker. 6 on the shot clock. Whitlow in tight. Atwood stopped by the dust bucket as he continues to close the door, and that'll do it for the opening 20 minutes. 5-1 Warriors lead. We'll be back with the second. Welcome back as we get set to start the second period. It's the Warriors with a 4-goal lead here, leading the Allegany Arrows. And it's the Arrows, of course, that sit in third place in the standings and Grand River fourth. So with just 2 weekends left in the regular season, the battle is on. Atwood give and go. That one's knocked down. Good job by Dougie Powell. He's on the run now, wrong stick side, waiting for some assistance. And he finally gets it in Cole Palace. They'll retreat. JPS will start the offense. They'll work it to Longboat. An outstanding first period for the Warriors. Good attempt from Miracle. Zed Williams not able to connect on a breakaway pass. And Dusty Hill will regroup, get it to Longboat. They'll reset. Longboat has been again a facilitator and goal scorer when he's needed to be. He's a catalyst on this team and doing a good job. Skip pass is that one right on the quick release. But up to the task and doing his thing was Hill. So both Hills between the pipes have been solid. The opportunities for the Warriors in the first have just been higher quality than that of the Arrows. Give and go in traffic, and that's a tough pass as Whitlow was taken down hard, and I'm not sure he's going to be thankful for that pass in the middle of traffic, but the Warriors now will bring it up over the timeline. Colby Martin, he'll flip it, and it's Miracle. Miracle spins off one defender, looks for another, gets a screen. They'll bring it right back out with 10 on the shot clock. He'll swing it across. Bombury South, nothing doing there as an easy play ends up in Hill's stick and a skip pass the length of the concrete. Williams spins off one, his shot just wide. Late off the bench is Chris Atwood, his drive right there, picked up again. Williams again, another good offensive rebound, fresh clock. Sheds one defender, kicks it out. Haig in traffic, on the run, Gareth Haig. So second of the game for Haig's already put together a better game in the period and a bit that he's played than he did last week. And you can see here, this is just knowing your teammate. And again, Atwood out first, got the first shot. Haig does a good job. They collect the rebound, curling around and on the run. That's a quick release and a tough one for any netminder to handle. So a big goal, 5-2 in favor of the Warriors. But it was important as Mike Atwood wins the draw. Couldn't hang on to it though, and now it's Pedwell. Pedwell weaves, gets it across. Harry Smith shot right on. It trickles by, but not across the goal line. And now Jeff Geddes quickly up to Taylor. Taylor will wait for a full line change. He'll stay out there and play some offense and get it to Darius Anderson. Anderson gets a screen from Haig. Skip back. Overhand. Skip side. Rebound saved by Dusty Hill. Two good ones from Hill. And that pass again ahead, and Hill matches Hill with another good save on a good opportunity for Moreno. Dalen Hill. Good hesitation move, but he had it taken away. Battle there for it, and Titan Hill wins it. He'll have possession. And he'll wait, flip now, and it's Longboat. Longboat. Little shuck and jive, pulled back out, getting worked over. Gets a good screen. Longboat lets that one go just wide. Rebound up and chance to counter the other way. Cameron Villavato. Williams outlaid, and Williams pockets another back-to-back goals for the Arrows. It's 5-3. So something in the talk has made a difference with this Arrows team here, but good heads-up play again waiting for the trail man to come out. And just a good shot there finds the mark. So 2 quick goals have I'm not quite sure. I will get back to you on who got credited for that goal. As the Arrows pressing again, but the Warriors managed to get it back in its Pedwell. So now time to regroup a bit. If you're Grand River, you want to get a good shot here. Pedwell matched up. Harry Smith with the rebound, 10 on the shot clock. Harry Smith's going to try to step into one, gets double teamed, scooped up, that shot wide of the mark. Vern Hill with time winding down, got it away just in the nick of, and possession will belong to the Arrows. So the Arrows have come out with a little more pep in their step here in this second period, as Taylor will get it over the timeline and dump it off. Whitcomb, switch hands, roll, backhand pass, Whitlow, Whitcomb tried to change the angle. Instead, Vern Hill made the save. No reset, as that one went off Vern Hill, not the goalie. 5 in the shot clock. Anderson held up, but Dusty Hill the save on a crease call. And Vern Hill knocked it away and able to slide. Numbers now for the Warriors. That pass trying to thread a needle. Loose ball picked up. Still plenty of time in the shot clock. Longboat. Waiting for something to develop. One man back in the offensive end, so 4-on-4. Miracle shovel. Longboat, that was a beauty. So you talk about being able to read each other's minds. Well, Miracle, the Longboat's third. A big one snaps that 2-goal run, and it's 6-3. So it looks like we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Maybe some condensation. That'll allow us to take a quick break. And we'll be right back. Looks like we've got everything all tidied up. So condensation worked out. Draw at center. A 6-3 game. Controlled by Anderson. Has a chance here. Williams flying out, picks the corner. So Zed Williams has certainly made his mark here in this game as he picks up his second. But again, they must be seeing something here, as once they get it set up and do a line change, you see Anderson brings it over, man cuts out back door, and a quick shot is Zed Williams. So you got to figure something's going on if you got Roger Chrysler and Micah Kersey on the bench. Vern Hill. Hill tried to go far side. Karam right to Longboat. Longboat wrapped up immediately. JPS will get it back out Pedwell. They'll work the two-man game here with 10 on the shot clock. JPS looking for the shovel back. Gets it. Shot right on. Ball loose. Battle for it in the corner. Warriors come away with it. Gets shoveled. Pedwell. Good hands. Kicks it out with a bullet. That's the thing about Pedwell. Tell you, he's got incredible strength, and what might be a shot to some is a pass to Pedwell, and be ready. Quick shot on the quick release, but denied by Hill. Rebound. Handled and then lost. So Warriors now with numbers if they can gather it. And not able to do it. Just a little too much was Hill. And that's going to be an interference call and an easy call. Possession the other way quickly. Vern Hill now with a breakaway. Vern Hill. So it looks like not only is it going to be a goal for Vern Hill, that's his 8th of the season, going to be a penalty as well. It's going to go to Kyle Gunshurek. Let's take a look at the Vern Hill goal, though, in transition, and you can see great lead pass. Vern Hill takes his time. KG Vet doesn't waste a whole lot on fakes, puts it in the back of the net for a 7-4 lead. Just under 13 minutes to go, second period. Thanks for tuning in. Lance Wynn working alongside Stamp Blacks Productions. And David Bowie, as possession belongs to JPS. So first power play of the game belongs to the Warriors. Interchange, Longboat, that one knocked down. Good job there to get a stick in the passing lane. 4 on the shot clock, gotta hurry. Longboat, great job to knock it down, got a shot off and got possession. That's what good players do right there. Boy, that was big for the Warriors. Reset now, give everyone a touch. Miracle, Harry Smith on that left side, underhand, good save by Hill. Right in the pad and on the move. Here come, and a chance, Atwood. So short-handed. Chris Atwood out the back door. Finds the mark, 26 of the season, and now it's a 7-5 game. So again, we talk about this period and the way the Arrows have utilized that back door. You see Atwood fly out in all alone, and you give a sniper like Chris Atwood that kind of time and space, and 9 out of 10 times that's going to end up in the back of the net. So a shorty given up by the Warriors. They'll go back to work now with just under 50 seconds to go here in the power play. JPS in that shooter spot. Longboat has room. He'll step in. Quick stick. That one just wide. Had Hill at their mercy. No reset. 5. Perry Smith lets that one go. Another rebound. Sits there. Anderson had it. Pops up. And now out of the pack. And doing a good job is Viavato. And Zed Williams now will take control. Trying to burn the last 15 seconds of this man short. Williams double teamed, and what they got called here, I think too many on the floor is the call, and it's going to go against the Arrows, I believe. So what was a 9 seconds left in the penalty will instead result in second power play opportunity for the Warriors. So they'll go back to back. They'll play 9 seconds, 5-on-3 here. See if they don't try to capitalize quick. Longboat jumps on it. See if they go to work, try 2 for 1. Longboat stops, pulls it back out. First penalty over, in tight and point blank. And that one was an easy one for Leighton Bombury Soden. His 5th comes courtesy the power play, first power play goal of the game for the Warriors, and it's 8-5. So again, a good job of ball movement, and you can see something has to give on that as the top man drew the defenders right out, and that allowed an easy path. Good shooting lane for Bombury Soudan. Off the draw, Baggy Palace violation will give it right back to the Arrows. They'll jump on it with teams back to 5 aside. Zed Williams in tight. That one just wide. And a chance now. Warriors looking to turn it up on a 2-on-1. Pedwell, the trailer. Pedwell shot right on. Stop by Hill. Quick turnaround back the other way. Here come the Arrows. Dalen Hill. Good transition defense by the Warriors. And they put a wrench in that fast break opportunity now, and it's Haig. Haig, one-on-one, steps in. Going to be a high stick call. It's going to go to Vern Hill. And that's going to allow the Arrows their first power play opportunity of the game. So I guess they're not going to give it to Vern Hill, but instead they will give it to Colby Martin. So it's an illegal cross-check to call. Martin the culprit. And now a 2-minute opportunity for the Arrows to close the gap, trailing by 3. Good crowd on hand here at the Brantford Civic Center. They always get, of course, for Can-Am Lacrosse. So Whitcomb at the top. Williams on that side, along with Atwood. Haig on the right side. Williams, Whitcomb, Haig. Haig will step into that and put a little extra bounce. And I tell you, you talk about having himself a better game. That's his third in Haig, and a big one. It's 8-6. So not a whole lot except for some great ball movement. And then Haig, boy, did he ever work the bounce. Nothing like laying that down on the concrete and as opposed to the carpet, and you get that extra velocity when it hits the floor, and that one reamed in the top corner. And a big one for Haig. So each team capitalizing on their opportunities with a power play goal each. And off the draw, Whitcomb scoops that up. So, of course, the playoff format has all 8 teams making the top 2 will get a bye. Then it's a 6-3, 5-4 matchup, and right back at you. Tallying again. This time it was Austin Maybe with the quick release, and it's 8-7. So I mentioned about ramping it up in the second, and that's exactly what these Arrows have done. Again, Whitcomb sitting nicely in that shooter spot, and I'm sure Dusty Hill would love to get that one back. No returns, though, as some trouble there forces a turnover, so the Arrows have upped their game now, and they have possession in the offensive end. Good job there by Anderson just to hang on to that pass as Rudy George aired it out. Williams protects, turns the corner, gets a double screen, kicks it out. That try, a valiant effort, but I'm not sure that really maybe had any choice. And now Pedwell. We hit the 9-minute mark. Kyle Pedwell. Geddes on him. Pedwell got it off, but a save by Hill. And now Geddes turns it around. Geddes to the middle. Geddes shot right on. Vern Hill scoops that up. Slides through 2 defenders. Hits JPS in stride. JPS to a trailer. What a save, but off the post. So Hill didn't get any of it, but the iron did. Arrows dodging a bullet. They're back in the offensive end. Taylor. Work it to Whitlow. Wes Whitlow. Whitlow didn't see a defender behind him. They crawled up And now chance to get it ahead, but great job by Whitlow defensively to slow it down now, and Warriors will have to pull it out and reset the offense. Longbow ducks back in the screen. Longbow lets it go just wide of the mark. That'll go the distance and give it right back to the Arrows. So both teams with opportunities, both teams running and gunning here in a one-goal game. Anderson looking for a running start, swings it across. Williams has a screen. Williams will curl all the way around, kick it out. That pass will end up in the Arrows bench, and it will now belong to Vern Hill and the Warriors. Hill swoops through the middle. Vern Hill goes to slide it. Rebound. Headwell. Shovel. JPS couldn't handle. That was a tough one. And now the Arrows. Atwood there, but that one's a top corner pellet, and we're tied at 8. Oh my, you talk about Dalen Hill unloading. Yeah, you youngsters out there, if you want to see how to take a proper underhand, boy, I tell you, this one here, boom, blink of an eye, back of the net. Twine bulged, game tied at 8. Just under 7.5 to go here in this second period. So similar to last week, a slow start for the Arrows. They have picked it up now and have pulled even with the Warriors. Off the draw, Atwood battling for it. Instead, though, a good job by Goodsorek as he's in the mix, and looks like there'll be a timeout called by the Arrows, and that will give us a second. We'll take a quick break. Be right back. Back after our timeout, and we'll see what Roger Chrysler's got drawn up here as Whitcomb will inbounds and work it to Williams on the right. Interchange. Williams has a head of steam. In. Trailer Whitcomb, and it rolls in. So a 3-goal run has now given the Arrows a 9-8 lead, and Whitcomb with a little off speed for his first of the game, 4th of the season, and you can see a whole lot going on in the middle. But Zed Williams had an opening there, but that kick pass on the trail and then just changing the angle was enough to beat Dusty Hill and give the Arrows the lead. So clearly this second period has belonged to the Allegany Arrows, and off the draw, a quick pass ahead. Whitlow tried to feather it. Rebound, loose, and Paulus hustles off. Miracle's going to try to pick up the chase, and he does. Able to scoop that out. had a man 2-on-2. Vern Hill jumps in a rush. Hill thinks better of it, and a good decision, as now it's Longboat. 1-on-1, Longboat. Quick shot, stopped by Hill. And now quick pass, here come the Arrows. Anderson shot, that one just wide of the mark. Ball loose. Man, what a pickup by Whitcomb. Whitcomb flying, no look pass down low. Good save, Dusty Hill. Rebound again, denied as Darius Anderson on the doorstep, trying to reach out and touch someone, couldn't. Still a 9-8 game. Everyone needs a little sunshine in their life, so thank you for our piece. Longboat, bounced out, stays in. Looking around, JPS, he's been quiet this game. He needs to get going. Skip, Longboat, ducks in, takes that one. Great save there off the shoulder pad of Hill. Loose ball picked up, fresh clock for the Warriors. Best set they've had so far in the second period. That shot from Thomas nowhere near the mark, and now Geddes to the back door, flipped, chance there off the crossbar. So a golden opportunity as Austin maybe took a beauty feed from Williams, but picked up the iron. Another cut, shovel, that's well wide. Going to be tough carom here. Vern Hill's going to try to run it down. Hill hits it ahead, quick shot, and crease the call. The toes just on that crease line. Golden opportunity for point off a beauty feed from Vern Hill. Taylor and the Arrows now in the offensive end. Whitcomb out there. Haig will filter out to that left side. Williams, quick shot. Good save, Dusty Hill. Rebound, Whitcomb. He'll duck back in. Whitcomb looking for help. Williams one-handed. Has Dougie Powless all over him. Haig, one man to beat. Rolls, pops loose. Gets the rebound. Whitcomb, his shot deflected. Anderson trying to find it with 15 on the shot clock. Chased out of there. Anderson on the fly, stopped by Dusty Hill. Man up. Warriors looking to capitalize transition. Miracle had him for a sliver, but instead they'll slow it up and reset the offense. Good pace to this game. Longboat. Viavato all over him. Longboat now on the exchange. 5 in the shot clocks. Had that ball a long time. Gets that one on. Easy pickings. And a quick outlet pass. Here come the Arrows. George. Williams. Swims his way closer. Williams shot. Scores. Ed Williams. He's got 3 in the game, but his tenacity, tough to match. As you can see here, boy, one-on-one, you just can't play him one-on-one. It has to be in a double team situation. You see there, wrapped up, the help came too late, picks the corner, and it's 10-8. A 9-goal second period for the Allegany Arrows. Impressive to say the least. Outscoring the Warriors 9-3 here and leading 10-8. Bomberry sudden let that one go. Rebound picked up Geddes. And now Taylor with numbers. Taylor's going to go in alone. Taylor, what a save, Dusty Hill. And scoops the rebound. And a quick outlet pass and a quick counter for the Warriors. Boy, Dusty Hill has come up big when he's needed to, and that was a big save. You give this Arrows team a 3-goal lead, and they're tough to beat. Longboat. Miracle has room. Goes to the overhand. Stop. Rebound loose. Good job to fish that out by Dockstader. Dump in. And that looked like a bit of a high stick, but I think Miracle went down hard and is still down, and he's going to need some medical attention for sure. And I'm not sure if it looked like a good hard cross check, but right at the top of the shoulder. And it certainly must have caught Miracle where there was no padding, because he took it, felt it, and went down almost immediately. Now, both officials were right in close proximity, so there was no call. Darcy Palas not too happy about the no call. I can't imagine there would be any coach in the league that would be. So just a reminder, tune in tomorrow, a 1 p.m. start. It'll be the first place Newtown Golden Eagles rolling into the Brantford Civic Center to take on these Warriors. Harry Smith, good fake shot, right on, stopped, and a chance now as roll at the middle is Williams. Williams, pucks in it, what a save again, the dust bucket. Boy, Dusty Bottle standing tall here in this one, keeping his team in it. Longboat. I think no one will be happier to see this second period end than the Grand River Warriors. Harry Smith steps into that one. That one goes off his own player and ricochets down the length of the concrete as Taylor will pick it up deep in the offensive end. So the offense for the Arrows has come alive here as quick pass up ahead, and on the move now is Moreno. Moreno dumps it off. That chance rolls in. So taking a page out of the Allegheny book and working that back door was Keelan Point. Took a good pass now, and it's 10-9. So again, in transition, and of course transition, what Darcy Powell has talked about off the top. Good heads-up play there on the money, and a bounce shot finish. So you can see both teams sticking to the fundamentals. Simple game. Simple game, though, that takes a while to perfect, if ever. And that's an interference call, I think, but a timeout called before that is Darcy Palace and the Warriors will take time. With 1:31 to go, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back at you. Just about ready to go here as we are winding down this second period. It has been a dominating performance by the Arrows in this period. Now there's still another period to go. John Perry Smith, great stiff arm. Perry Smith, head of steam, diving in, this time just wide. Rebound, Longboat, no reset, 15 on the shot clock. Chance here now. Bomberry with a bullet right on, stopped by Hill, ball loose, bodies colliding, and Warriors are going to come away with it, and a good job working for the loose ball. Perry Smith will shift it over now. Miracle back out there. Takes it right back in that shoulder again. Kicks it out. Longboat. Longboat swings it around. Bombury Soden swings it in tight and looking for Miracle. That was actually a shot on net. And now the Arrows will look to counter with Anderson. Quick pass, Williams, one-on-one. See him matched up with Adam Martin, a clear size differential there. And Martin's going to need some help. You can see Williams luring him, kicks it out. Haig tried to duck in, duck out. Haig took a good cross check, back out. 5 on the shot clock, shovel pass. That's going to be a tough one. Chris Atwood toward the net. That's all he could do now. Quick outlet pass. Final 10 seconds now. Gonna have to hurry. Don't have time for all that. Back door. Miracle. One shot. Lets that go. Nothing doing. Through 2 periods. It's a 1-goal game. 10-9. Arrows lead. Welcome back, and I hope you are about to fasten your seatbelt because we are set to start third period here. 1-goal lead for the Allegany Arrows, leading the Grand River Warriors. Of course, these two teams sit 3 and 4 respectively in the standings. Newtown sits atop 12 and 3, Tonawanda 11 and 6, and then, of course, 10 and 7 Allegany, 9 and 7 Grand River. First possession of this third belongs to Miracle and the Warriors. He'll work it across, but a turnover gives it right back. They're looking to keep it over the timeline. They do, and Miracle does a good job to back check, and they'll work it back up to Longboat. Longboat weaves through a couple defenders, creates some space, and zips it across. That shot just missing, and had a chance to really tee it off, did Thomas, but wasn't able to find the net. Got to hurry, 5 on the shot clock. That one never gets through, and Geddes will jump on it. One pass, Zed Williams. They've had no answer for Zed Williams so far in this game, as that underhand caroms and almost ricocheted and gave Gareth Haig a concussion. Took his eye off that. Vern Hill swiped it, and now he'll look to move it up over the timeline. Vern Hill got a little extra zip there for the KG vet as he puts on the brakes and work it back to Longboat. Hill will stay out there and off. Longboat pulls by 2 defenders, dumps it off, and a good job to hang on to it by Thomas. Longboat shot right on. That'll reset the clock, but they're not able to pick up the loose ball. And now Viavato. Whitlow. Wes Whitlow, where have you been today, Wes Whitlow? As he turns that one over. Good hustle, but no numbers. And a good decision made there to pull it back out and reset. Miracle. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Dockstader trying to turn the corner. Steps, plants, right on. Rebound, Miracle! So the question was going to be who was going to come out with the momentum early in this one, and a good job by Miracle to tally his second, and this is just a good effort, good pressure by the Warriors as they set things up. Good shot here right on, and then Miracle stays with it in the middle, boxes man out, and able to tally on the rebound. Tied one more time, 10-10. Whitcomb. Whitcomb draws a double team. Vern Hill on him. They'll chase him over. Haig lets the underhand go, but he telegraphed that. And an easy save for Hill. Lofts it up on the money. No numbers, though, and thinking about it, but making a curl was Cole Palace. He'll retreat. Longboat, double team, and they'll send it back out with 10 on the shot clock. Thomas, shovel in tight. JPS, 4 on the shot clock. Kick out. Quick shot, Longboat. Takes a late hit, and that's going to cost Taylor a penalty. So the Warriors are going to go to the power play. And I believe that's going to be an illegal cross-checking call. So checking from behind. A 2-minute minor will give the Warriors a chance here to take the lead. Umbury Soudan out there. Miracle. Longboat. JPS, that one wrong off the goalie and off the iron. So Dusty Hill's going to get on it and move it up. Possession retained by the Warriors. So some hard shooters out on that floor right now for the Warriors. Dangerous pass. Longboat changes the angle. Peppered right on. Good save by Hill. Chance now. Zed Williams. He'll carry it over the timeline. Look for an opening. Williams. Had a trailer right there, but thought better of it. Williams going to turn the corner, and he feels pretty confident. Not one player alone can take the ball from him. And that one just missed wide as shot clock was winding down. So just over a minute left now in the Warriors power play. 1 for 2 coming into this man advantage, but they've given up a shorty. So pretty even on that count. JPS looking to gap the box. That one filtering through, but nothing doing on an easy save there by Hill. And a quick pass ahead. Darius Anderson. Anderson has a trailer. Haig picks the corner. Another shorthanded goal for the Arrows. It's 11-10. Even on that side, Haig flying out of that back door, and no lack of effort for Haig, as you can see him immediately in full stride, gets a beautiful pass from Anderson on the money, and it's 11-10. So second shorthanded goal surrendered by the Warriors with 30 seconds left in their power play. Paulus wins that one clean, gets it right back. Pedwell will move it up. They'll settle it with Miracle. Miracle will inch in a bit closer. That top corner. So I like what Miracle did there. He sort of looked off Hill. And you can see it on the replay. Looks off Hill and then just goes right over the shoulder for a money shot. And we are tied at 11 with just over 15 minutes to play here in the third. Boy, oh boy, back and forth we go. And Atwood does a good job to win the draw, gets it over. And now Brooks. With Aaron Brooks out there momentarily, does his job. They'll work it over. And now maybe, not maybe, could be, Shovel can't connect. Ball loose, Whitcomb, wrong stick side, gets it out, maybe, and that's through the crease. And that will roll all the way down and belong to Travis Longboat and company. Point out there with JPS swinging around a Longboat. 1-on-1. Viavato on Longboat. Gets the screen, underhand right on stop though by Hill. Sidearm outlet pass to Anderson. Has Haig with him. Don't have the number. Shovel Williams. Williams puts on the brakes. Williams ducks in. Williams moves closer. Another one. Haig will take the shot, and he'll bounce it twine one more time for his fifth of the game. I tell you, you got to give some credit to Zed Williams. He is just unbelievable on that, and his ability to keep the ball, keep possession, and then find that open man and a wide open shot for Haig. So all knotted up at 11. And now the Arrows back on the attack. Haig. Atwood. Atwood gets the screen. Dump off and through the crease, so that's a back-in call on Dowdy. Dowdy doing a good job, forces the good pressure. Warriors move it up, and great work there by Taylor. Forces a turnover. Taylor, give and go. He'll just settle it back out, and they'll filter the offense back out there. And I said it was 11-11, but 12-11 the score in favor of the Arrows. Haig feeling it today. Haig trying to turn the corner, wrapped up. Kicks it back out, looking for Williams. Instead, turnover. Warriors now with a good defensive hold. Get it up over the timeline. Fowlis will dump it down. Longboat, dangerous pass, and putting Longboat in a bad position, but he comes away with it, slithers out of two, gets it over the left side. Underhand! We're tied one more time at a dozen. Damon Dockstader with his first of the game, 9th of the season. So just getting some clarification, as this has been a very well officiated game. 12:45 to go, third period. Knotted at 12. Remember, last time these two teams played last week, 15-11 was the final, but it was tight all the way through. So that off the draw ends up in the Arrows bench. Possession belongs to the Warriors now. Miracle inbounds. They'll work it right away to the right side. Harris looking for an opening, kicks it. Miracle working with JPS. Miracle spins off a defender. Miracle goes to the far side. JPS was sitting on the doorstep, tried to shovel, couldn't. Good job collecting that loose ball. Here come the Arrows. Anderson, slither, and an opportunity there as Rudy George kept it himself. Thought he had Darius Anderson. Either way, Williams all over that loose ball. Williams took one low, took one high, and then he gets the stick taken away. Vern Hill took one high, lofted it up. Two men down in the end, and Whitcomb trips up his man. So no chance for Dayton Hill, and now touch a man when he's down, so it's going to be the Arrows that are going to go to a power play. They're second of the game. Keelan Point, the guilty party. Illegal cross-check, and you got to know there's a man down, can't touch him. And if you can read those numbers, probably not a good idea to lay down a cross-check. So in a 12-12 game, back to the power play go the Arrows. Just their second power play opportunity. They're 1 for 1, but they've also collected 2 short-handed goals in this game. Whitcomb working with it. Williams. Haig steps into that one and saved by Dusty Hill. Hill now has a man on the outlet. That outlet on the money. No numbers, though, as Cole Palace has got a handful on him, and Cameron Villabato gets it back. Screen with 10 on the shot clock. Ducks pass another. Rubbery, the kid's rubbery, lets it go, and easy save for Hill. So Lyndon Hill has been solid, certainly when his team has gotten him some goals, and that has changed the complexion. Williams now at the top with Haig. Whitcomb sizing it up, good save. Dusty Hill, offensive rebound, just under a minute to go in a man advantage. Haig skips it across. Atwood. That one hooked all over, and well, okay, it wasn't a hook. It went off a defender. I was going to say, Chris Atwood, I haven't seen him take one of those maybe ever. Whitcomb trying to size it up. Dougie Palace does a good job to battle in there, swats it away, and Dusty Hill grabs that loose ball. Going to need some help, and he'll just roll that in the corner, and that'll go netminder to netminder, and Zed Williams now will move it up. Just 20 seconds left in the power play. Under 10 minutes to go here in the third. Bodies flying as Darius Anderson went down. That shot blocked by Maybe, and now Vern Hill rolling with it. Williams there, jumping in the rush. Pedwell trailers Longboat, his shot steered aside. And Anderson will come away with it, get it to Whitcomb, and looks like we're going to have an official's timeout to get some moisture out of the crease area. That'll allow us to take a breath, take a breather, and we'll be right back. All set to inbounds now with the Arrows owning possession. They'll make one pass, get it. Whitcomb just over the timeline. Has a defender on him. Whitcomb weaves through, fakes a shovel, still has it. Whitcomb, he'll finally dump it off. Maybe. Looking for an opening. Gets a late screen, his shot. Easy save for Hill. And now an outlet pass, and on the move is Moreno. Moreno will dump it off. JPS still swinging across to Longboat. Ball should be in Longboat's hands as often as possible. Spins away from Geddes. Longboat goes airborne, stop. Rebound pops up. So Hill stands tall. The Arrows dodge a bullet. Now they'll move it up to Anderson. Him and Whitlow. Whitlow. Chuck and jive, pulls it out. Williams, big sidearm. That one stopped, so Williams disguises that really well, and it's got a whole lot on it. So not an easy save for any netminder. Dockstader getting worked over hard, swings it around. That one gets popped loose, and now rolling with it is Villavato. Wrapped up, has his stick stripped. Got some backup, but a good hard cross check, forces it right back to Pedwell. Pedwell tried to backhand try. Pedwell gets his own rebound, has his stick stripped, and Longboat will back him up. Boy, things getting just a little bit more intense here. Miracle. Swing. Pedwell trying to duck under. Good defense there as Pedwell now finds it. Rebound. Loose. Longboat. What a save. Oh, my. And a rebound score. So the initial save was a beauty from Lyndon Hill. But Johnny on the doorstep, able there, and it's JPS to collect his second of the game. And if we take a look here, this save was unbelievable on Longboat, but JPS scoops up the rebound through a crowd and pockets his second. 13-12 Warriors. That first save was unbelievable on Longboat. I think he thought he had an open net. Williams, another good quick shot, using a defender as a screen. Warriors counter, though. Time for Moreno. And Moreno, he'll retreat. So the Warriors trying to get a cushion here. Leading by a goal. Bombury Soden swings it across. 6 on the shot clock. Shovel, JPS. Going to have to beat a man, let it go. JPS turns, fires wide. Karam up high, and it'll stay right there. and belong to the Arrows. Arrows now looking to push the issue was Dalen Hill, instead Wes Whitlow. Whitlow looking to kick it out instead. Good job to hang on to it by Hill. Hill slides it over. Dowdy. Whitlow with 6 on the shot clock. Whitlow, too much bounce on the ounce. And that will be possession. It'll go the other way to the Warriors. I'd have to think Wes Whitlow not 100% in this game. Yeah, I've seen him play quite a few games, and he's been a difference maker. Today, not so much. Warriors rolling around, get it to Miracle. Miracle swings it way back out Longbow. Longbow gets a running start. Peels back out, 8 on the shot clock. Miracle, his bullet, just wide. Over top, rebound Longbow. Longbow takes it strong, that one right on. Pops up and right into the stick of Hill. Hill now with an outlet, and here come the Arrows. 5.5 to go, third period. 1-goal game. And Whitcomb blows by defender. What a steal by Vern Hill. So swiping, no swiping, swiped it right back, and then gives it up. Williams scores. So one good theft deserves another, as you can see there, as Vern Hill with the steal, Williams with the steal right back. And he pockets another one, and we're tied at 13. Zed Williams with his 4th of the game. He's got 7 in total, but he's only played 3 games. So a master thief took a theft himself, and Pedwell now will work it to Miracle in a tie game. Battle going on in there, boy, I tell you, as Longbow on the swing. Shovels it back. That's going to go back, and going to be a race for it. And Dalen Hill as Roger Chrysler and Micah Kersey not happy with that call. They felt it was a delay, and the whistle shouldn't have been blown. It should have just been a play on. Hagel swing it across. And that one goes through the wickets and out. So a good shot from Dowdy. I don't think Dusty Hill was expecting Dowdy to shoot it. Whitcomb still has it. Whitcomb from down under. That one stopped now, and the Warriors looking to move it up. Colby Martin, quick pass up ahead. Paulus. He'll retreat. Longboat. Settle it down. Under 4.5. Thomas working with JPS. That one from Longbow stopped from well out. Rebound, wide open, doorstep goal. And they're going to call crease on that play. So what looked like the go-ahead from Bombury Soudan was called crease, and we're still tied. Atwood. He too's been very quiet in this game. Swing around, maybe. Taylor works it to Atwood again. Atwood in tight. Taylor, 10 on the shot clock. Whitlow maybe had it momentarily, went down in a heap as he took a hard hit. And Warriors now come away with it. It's Vern Hill. Point, swinging around, JPS. Get it to Longboat. Longboat sizing it up. One defender on him. Longboat takes the quick shot. Stopped by Hill. Rebound loose. Gathered by the Warriors. They'll pick up 30 more. Bad pass, though, will make it difficult. And they'll shovel it to Perry Smith. His quick shot tried to go 5-hole. Basket right there. Good save by Hill. Viavato. Haig now, headed to the 3-minute mark. Third period. Remember, if it's overtime, it's not sudden death. It'll be a 10-minute overtime. Haig's had an outstanding game. Stops on a dime. Gets it over. That shot by Francis stopped. Rebound picked up. Here come the Warriors in transition. And pulling it out, Martin. And now Longboat will skip it across to the left side. Dockstader in tight chance and just wide of the mark as Donnie Thomas was roaming around. Thomas again with it. JPS tucked it in. His shot rings off the post. Ball gathered and a fresh clock to work with now for the Warriors. Good move to get open. Great flex. And another crossbar. So 2 crossbars for Thomas in the same possession. JPS hung on to it way too long, had it swiped by the veteran Mike Atwood, and I think we're going to have a timeout. Arrows in with 1:43 to go here in a tie game. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Back here as we get set to go. Brantford Civic Center, of course, the first of 2. One tomorrow. It's a reminder, 1 p.m. start. It'll be the Newtown Golden Eagles. #1 team in the Can-Am League. They will be here to take on the Grand River Warriors. But in the meantime, between time, it's the Allegany Arrows pressing here for the go-ahead. Taylor had that one aired out. 10 on the shot clock. Haig circling around. Haig, defender without a stick. Haig doesn't see it. He'll just get that on net. And lucky to get away with a no call was Cole Palace. Dougie Palace plays it carom, gets it over, works it to Longboat. Longboat pressured by the double team. You can see that coming. And going for it hard as that's an over and back. So great work there by Kyle Gosork as now Williams right on, stuck to Dusty Hill. Under a minute to go now. Tie game. Headwell. He'll work it, they'll get it to JPS. Swing around. And they'll keep it with Miracle on the left. Miracle looking for a screen, trying to turn the corner. Dumps it in, no one there. And that one instead is retrieved by Viavato. And it'll be Williams that takes a funny hop. Williams now, Vern Hills, sure hands. He'll get it the other way. And timeout called by the Warriors with 27.7 seconds left. Don't you go anywhere. There's some kind of finish here when we come back. So the stage is set now with 27.7 seconds left. Warriors with possession. I would think that Darcy Palace and company would hold this out and take the final shot. They have the net empty for the extra attackers, so that's the way they're going to work it here. Time's going to tick down, and they need to make sure that there's no time on the clock when they take that shot. Longboat and Dockstate, they'll go to work now. Under 10, got to go. JPS. Skip across design play. It's a turnover. Williams sniffing around, and the clock is going to go. Regulation time is in the books, so let's play a little overtime. 10 minutes when we come back. So as we get set for an overtime period, a lot of leagues, or most leagues, use the sudden death rule. Here in the Can-Am League, it's a 10-minute period. That's where we are at. So it's been some good goaltending, some outstanding defense. The officiating's been rock solid. It has been a fine Saturday afternoon here. Evening here. Enjoying these two teams do battle. Off the draw again. This time Warriors control. Quick pass up ahead, and that will go into the Arrows bench, and they will regain possession now. First offensive set here in the overtime period. Wes Whitlow has a little jump in his step here as he comes on. He'll send that over. Anderson slips by one and pockets one. So Darius Anderson in the house here in overtime. That's his first goal of this game, 9th of the season. And you can just see here, Anderson just does a good job of slipping a defender. And you know, legs wobbly, good swim move right around and tucks it in that far corner on Dusty Hill. This is where fatigue becomes a factor. You're playing an extra 10 after a hard-fought 60. Trailing Williams. Williams hesitation. Williams scores! So back-to-back goals in the blink of an eye. No surprise, Zed Williams with his 5th of the game. And it's 15-13, and this guy's just a handful, maybe looking for him. And once Williams had to step here on Vern Hill, there was no chance, no help. Blows by Hill and Paulus, and pretty much as close to a breakaway as you can get without utilizing the full length of the court. Off the draw, Warriors control, so trailing by 2 now. Longboat had it taken away momentarily, gets it back, gets the double team. You can see that the Arrows, their number one priority is Longboat. Slips through 2. Longboat, that one right on. You can see their priority is making sure that Travis Longboat isn't the one that beats them, and that's a back-in call. We'll give possession back to Grand River. JPS hanging on to it. He'll swing it across. Dangerous pass. Longboat ducks in. Slinky moves underhand wide. And that's going to be a over and back call. Possession will belong now to the Arrows. Well, I tell you, Longboat, he's got some great lateral movement. Able to avoid defenders. Change direction. A drop of a dime, but Whitcomb has also been outstanding. Whitcomb to Whitlow. Swings it across Haig. Haig has been dynamite today. Haig, man down. Great save, Dusty Hill. Haig takes a hard hit. And Haig slow to get up. Takes a lot to get a Haig to stay down, as they are both, of course, has a twin brother. And they are both very tenacious, to say the least. So a good opportunity, but nothing doing. Still a 15-13 game here with just over 8.5 to go in the overtime. Have to get a cloth out there to get rid of the moisture. Again, difference between the old school cement and the turf now being used, certainly in the NLL and some of the other leagues, where that moisture gets immediately absorbed by the rubber. So Kyle Pedwell ready to inbounds. You can see the Arrows, they're put a little pressure on him. Gunciork will stay with Pedwell. Pedwell will do a great job of getting it over the timeline, getting it to Miracle. Miracle waits for the screen. JPS on the roll, swing across. Bomber Soden taken down, rolls it in the corner. Good defense by the Arrows. And a quick bounce pass, and here they come now, and it's Villavato. Whole lot going on. Warriors trying to pressure that ball. Villavato does a good job to regain possession. Keeps it, going for a run. Pops loose. Vern Hill's going to scoop that up. No one with him. And he'll wait and give way now as Dockstader will hang on to it. Look for a cutter, snaps a bad pass to Longboat, and that one knocked down. A good job, but a better job to retrieve it by Dalen Hill. Williams. Ed Williams on the roll. Whitlow just over top of that far corner, maybe with the rebound. No reset. 10 on the shot clock. Williams. They'll shoot that one right at Dusty Hill, and Hill trying to get it out of his pocket, and that was caught up in there just a bit, so able now to send the outlet away, and Warriors now with some ground to make up. Under 7 minutes to go in the overtime. Thomas gets a screen, roll, Longboat, duck in, Screen. Longboat with the defender on him. Good job, Atwood. That underhand goes off the defender, and Karams now, and Ced Williams now is going to go for a run. Williams, he'll just bull his way in. Decides to keep it out. Rolls back in, swims away, kicks it back out to Whitlow. He'll swing it around. Taylor, wide open, kick out. Williams thought about it again, working the clock. 10 now on the shot clock. Back to the top, that one off the pipe and stays in play. And it's picked up now, and Warriors will move it up. So a bullet dodge there by Grand River on a good shot. Good offensive execution by the Arrows, who, true to form, have gotten better as this game's gone along. Longboat gets the screen, shovel back. Bombury, his shot goes off of Hill and out of play. So possession will stay right here. Longboat, gotta be tired. He's legged a lot of time on that floor today. Miracle tried to go top corner, nothing doing. And Longboat just doesn't have the legs to run that one down. That'll go the distance. And possession will belong to the Arrows. So you can tell legs are getting a little wobbly here. Maybe. Late hit sends him sprawling. Taylor. His shot, tries to hockey it in, and he does. So you can see here, that's just a beauty. Taylor lurking around and sees the rebound and just enough to tap it in, feet outside the crease, and it's now a 3-goal lead. 19th of the season for Xavier Taylor. And what is just 3 goals may be a considerable mountain to climb for the Warriors here. Just a reminder, tomorrow, early start, 1 p.m. It'll be the Newtown Golden Eagles, top team in the league, in town. That one gets flipped way back into the Warriors' end. Geddes battling for it, as is Whitcomb. Geddes comes away with it. Jeff Geddes tried to behind the back. Jeff Geddes, diving save Vern Hill on the loose ball. Gets it over the timeline and in some trouble now on the triple team. Good reverse there by Hill. And now dumps it inside, one-on-one as a quick shot wide of the mark and up and out of play. So what was working for the Warriors earlier is not so much right now. 4.5 minutes to go in overtime. Taylor gets a step, weaves through, and that's a crease call. Hill had that stopped anyway, and that pass right up the middle. Good job to run it down by Henry. He'll loop around. Paulus send it back to the top. Paulus held on to it way too long, and that's a turnover. That's just good fundamental defensive lacrosse. That cross check, boy, it's been around a long time, and it still works. Whitcomb gets a screen from Whitlow. Maybe took his eye off it. Races, tracks it down. Backhand pass, but can't connect. Whitlow gonna bail him out. Kick it. Whitlow still has it with 6 on the shot clock. Whitlow. And Whitlow manhandled by Moreno. And that possession will now belong to the Warriors. And Whitlow didn't like the way Moreno was treated him and vice versa. So a slash for slash. Neither will go off. They'll both go to the bench. We'll play on. Perry Smith will dump it off. Doc Stater. Ball sits there. Pedwell, point blank, and echoes off the defender, and that's just the way things have gone here in the second and third period for the Warriors. Williams trying to split two defenders. Dumps it off, and what a save by Dusty Hill late. Taylor robbed from point blank. Anderson shot right on, steered aside. He's trying to collect his own rebound. He does. Takes a hard hit. Double team now. Anderson trying to slither his way through. Ball pops loose, and Hill has it. Scrum's still going, but the play has already moved on. Hill's going to retreat to the bench. Extra attacker on. Warriors down 3 here in overtime. Miracle. JPS goes to the bounce. So something positive there as John Perry Smith pockets his third of the game, and it's a good job on Perry Smith finding an opening. Took the pass. You can see defense sagged all the way in, and he just took advantage of it. Waltzed straight up the middle on a good bounce shot to close the gap to 2. So 2:14 to play here. The deficit is 2. Warriors going to try to keep fighting off the draw. Dougie Powless has been deadly in the circle. Give and go just a bit too far. And Williams will retrieve. Quick outlet pass. Hill hustles back to the net. Chance now. Taking it hard. What a save by Dusty Hill on a chance by Gonsorek. Nothing doing, and now Miracle. So still a bit of life left in the Warriors here. Miracle with an opening. Won't take it. Waits for something to develop. In tight. What a save made by Hill. Rebound picked up. Another chance down. What a save! Creased the call, but a robbery there by Lyndon Hill. Taylor going for a run. Boy, you look at the score, 16-14, and you think, I don't know about the goaltending. It has been dynamite. Give and go, gone and went. Whitlow not able to handle the pass. And once again, Hill will retreat to the bench. Pedwell over the timeline. He'll keep extra attacker on for the Warriors. Down 2. Dockstader. We're into the final minute now. Skip across. No look pass. Dockstader, the recipient, got deflected out. JPS bounced. That deflected off a leg and will stay right here. Possession belonging to the Warriors. Skip. Man down. Pick up. Longboat shot from way out. That will go up and off the rafters. Possession will belong to the Arrows with just 39.8 seconds to go here in overtime. Viavato's going to race, get it over the timeline, secure it. Williams now, and they'll look to work this 30 seconds all the way down. Whitcomb shoveled it back out, right into Vern Hill's stick. Hill has a man on him, got to speed it up just a bit, does. Time winding down, though, on the Warriors. And they got to go, no time. Down low. That one again denied by Hill, and that was the final denial needed as it gets kicked out, and no goal. 16-14. Once again, the Arrows come from behind and steal one from the Warriors. Just a reminder, tomorrow's game time, 1 p.m. It'll be the Newtown Golden Eagles and the Grand River Warriors. 16-14 the final here on behalf of Stamplax Productions, the Can-Am League, and of course I'm Lance Wynn. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Can-Am action.